Hello everyone, welcome back. I hope you're having a marvelous day today. Today we have a tutorial on this super cute, really nice, really cute, right? This crochet checker print bucket hat, right? I ended up making two of them. I have this pink yellow color and this green and white one. So this is really easy once you get a hang of how to do the checker print pattern. But if you've done it before, like, you got it, right? Some of the things you're gonna need to make this hat is 2 different colors of yarn. Choose whatever colors you think are the best, the cutest combo. So make sure whatever 2 colors you use that they're both the same weight or thickness. So for me, for both of the hats, I used a size 4 or medium weight yarn, and they're both acrylic. There's a hair. Yes. You're gonna need a crochet hook. I used a 4.5 millimeter size hook. You're also gonna need a bobby pin or a stitch marker, a ruler, and a pair of scissors. Yeah, really simple. The written pattern for this cute bucket hat is in the description. I would say grab it. It's really helpful to have alongside as you go along. Before we get into the tutorial, I have a little something that I wanna say. A little something I've been working on, and I'm really excited to show you guys. So drum roll please. Ta-da! I've made a few things. I've made a store around the crochet theme, the crochet everything, crochet is life, if you know what I mean. So I'm gonna just throw up a bunch of the products that I have on my store right here as I'm talking, but I have a hat right now. This water bottle, isn't this so cute? It says, crocheting is happiness, right? So I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who's been watching my videos, everyone who's been very supportive of me, keeps encouraging me to keep going. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. Thank you for even watching me, like for giving me the time of day. But if you see anything you like, please go in the description, head over to my store, purchase yourself something. And like, if not, if you just want to support, also purchase yourself something. Thank you so much. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And yeah, I hope you guys really like it. Please let me know some of your thoughts and your opinions. But yeah, all right. So now let's get into the tutorial. Hello everyone, welcome back to the tutorials. Today we're gonna be making something really cute, really excited. It is the crocheted checker print bucket hat, right? So for this tutorial, I already made one, which is in a white and green colorway. And the one I'm gonna be showing you today is with this ombre hot pink yarn and this yellow yarn. They're both Super Savers yarn, they're acrylic. Really cheap, you know, good yarn though. So first things first, you're gonna choose one color you wanna start off with, which will be like the first, which will be the top color of your hat. So I'm gonna use yellow. And what you're gonna do is gonna start with a magic circle. So you're gonna take 3 fingers on your left hand. You're gonna take the end, right? You're gonna hold it down with your thumb. You're gonna exit over more towards the front or where your nails are. Wrap it at the bottom and bring it back till you form this T, and you're gonna close it with your pinky. Right, you have this X shape happening. You're gonna take your hook, you're gonna put it in between your ring finger and your middle finger right here. You're gonna under the first yarn, and you're gonna grab the back one. You're gonna pull it through, and you're gonna chain 1 with that back chain. All right, chain 1, and that's our magic circle. So to start off, we're gonna do 10 half double crochets. So how you do that, you yarn over, you go into the circle, grab the yarn and bring it back. You have 3 loops, gonna yarn over again and pull this one through all 3 of them. So that is number 1. Then you're gonna do it again. You're gonna do a total of 10 of these, right? So yarn over, go into the circle, grab your yarn, bring it back. You have 3. Yarn over again and pull that one through all 3 of them. That's number 2. And this piece is pretty much going to be the thing that pulls your circle tighter, or you can loosen it, right? So I'm going to tighten mine a little bit so I can fit all 10 half double crochet. So again, yarn over, go into the circle, grab your yarn, bring it back, yarn over again, and pull it through all 3. It's number 3. So I'm going to do a total of 10 of these and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have 1 more half double crochet. And once you're here, you're gonna pull on this little string bit and it's gonna tighten your circle off like that. Pull it nice and tight and it's gonna look like so. So you're gonna go into the first half double crochet over here. Actually, it's right here, right? And you're gonna see these V's, right? You wanna push through both of them. You're gonna grab your yarn on the other side, pull it back and do a slip stitch, okay? Now we're gonna start row 2. So row 2, since we did a total of 10 half double crochets, into each half double crochet, you want to add 2 half double crochets, okay? So I'll show you what that is. So right now, right here, I'm going to just chain 1 just to give myself a little space. And I'm going to yarn over, go into that same opening, the first half double crochet, and do 1 half double crochet. And then for the second half double crochet, we're gonna do a second one right into that exact same opening that we did, right? But we're not gonna complete the full half double crochet because for this next one, we wanna move into our next color, which for me is pink. So to do that, all you're gonna do on your second half double crochet here is yarn over, go through that same hole, grab the yarn, pull it back, and you have 3, right? And now you're gonna grab your new color. So for me, it's this hot pink. Gonna grab onto it like so. You're literally just gonna hook onto it and you're gonna pull through with this pink color. All right. And now we're gonna go into the second half double crochet we did, and we're gonna place 2 hot pink half double crochets into that next opening. So yarn over, go through that opening, and you'll know you're in it when you have 2 lines of the yellow, right? Or whatever color you're using. You want to weave in the yellow and the pink. So holding it on top, we're going to grab that hot pink color we're working with, pull it through. We have 3. Yarn over and pull this one through all 3. So that's our first half double crochet into that opening. We're going to place another one. So yarn over, go in, grab the yarn, right? But we're gonna yarn over with this yellow color to transition it off. I'm gonna pull it through. All right? So you can tell you have 2 is by the V's at the top. 1, 2, 1, 2. So now I'm gonna use this yellow color and place 2 half double crochets of yellow into the next opening. Then yarn over for the second time into that opening. But we're gonna pull through with the pink to transition. All right, next opening, we're using the pink now, yarning over, going in and grabbing the pink. And then for the second one, we're gonna yarn over, go into that same opening, grab the pink for the last time. Oops. right? And we're yarning over with the yellow color to transition back to yellow, right? We're gonna start this alternating magic, right? Next one is yellow, so yarning over, doing 2 yellows, 1, and then 2, but yarning over with the pink, all right? So you get the hang of this as you go along. If you need any further details or instructions, they'll all be in the pattern, which is in my description, and it links to my blog where I have everything written out nice and neat for your convenience. So back to the pink. All right, so we're gonna continue this pattern all the way till we reach the last opening, okay? And in total, you're gonna have 5 of each color. So I'm gonna have 5 pink and then 5 yellows. Groupings, you know? So right here, I'm doing the last pink section. Go into that last opening. Grab the pink, do the first half double crochet, and the second one, pulling through with the yellow color, right? And that is the completed row. And now we're gonna move on to row 3. So row 3, we're gonna go into the tops of the stitches of these half double crochets we did. So through the V like so, making sure you have both sides attached. And for row 3, you want to increase every other stitch. So for example, for this first stitch, you're going to yarn over, go in as normal, making sure to weave this pink one as we go along. You pretty much just hold it on top as we go. So that's the first half double crochet for row 3. And for the second one, we're gonna add 2 into the same opening, the second opening. So yarning over with the yellow, grabbing the yellow, and pulling through with this yellow color for the first one. Then we're gonna place 1 more into that same opening, but we're gonna transition it off into the pink, right? So we have 1, 2, 3. Now for the pink one, we're gonna place 1 normal half double crochet into this first opening, right there. Now we're gonna go on to the second one, and we're gonna place 2. Yarn over, first pink, and then the second one into that opening, and pulling through with the yellow. 1, 2, 3, right? So we're gonna do this increase every other stitch. Again, yellow, yarning over, placing 1 half double crochet into that first one. Now the second stitch, place 2, so yarn over, and pull through with the yellow as normal. Second one, yarn over, but pulling through with the pink. Oops. Okay, I'll show you one more time for row 3. So first, pink opening, right? Since there's 2. First one, we're gonna place 1 normal pink half double crochet. And the second one, right here, I'm gonna place the first normal pink half double crochet, and we're gonna place a second one into that same opening. Yarn over, grab the pink, we have 3, and pull through with the yellow to transition off, right? So we're gonna continue this all the way. I'll meet you at the end to show you how to move on to row 4. All right, so Right here, I'm at the last pink, and how you can tell is like you want to make sure you have 5 of each color. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yellow, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm about to do the 5th pink, right? But if you'd like, we can also always add a bobby pin to the beginning of the row, just so you don't have to count. So maybe it's a little easier. I would do that. I'm gonna do that, yeah. So right now we're gonna do the last pink and we're gonna move on to row 4. And row 4 is where we're gonna alternate colors, right? So showing this hat, my one I already made. That's what she's looking like, right? You see the star formation, but on this next row, we're gonna start the checkered print. So we're gonna swap the color, okay? So I'm placing 1 normal pink for this first opening. And the second one, right? That's the first one. And for the second one, I'm just gonna pull through with this pink color, okay? Now, removing this bobby pin and starting on row 4, we're gonna go into that first half double crochet of the yellow and we're gonna place pink in there. So again, for row 4, if you're following along with the written pattern, row 4 is increasing every other opening just like we did. So the first one, I'm gonna place 1 normal pink half double crochet, replacing the bobby pin. And now for the second opening, I'm gonna place 2 pink half double crochets. So going in, that's number 1. And going into that same opening, I'm gonna place a second half double crochet. Okay, then we have 1 more spot of the yellow left, and I'm gonna place a pink half double crochet, but pull through with the yellow color to transition it off, right? And now we're gonna transition to yellow. So again, the first one, just 1 yellow half double crochet, and the second one we're gonna place 2. So 1 and then 2 into that same opening, and then we're gonna do a normal, just 1 of the yellow and pull through with the pink, right? You'll get the hang of this more as we go along. If you're already familiar with like how to do checker print, I feel like you got this down packed. But if this is your first time, it can be a little confusing, and your threads will start to twist together a lot. But I'd say just like untwist them as you go along. Don't wait until they accumulate too much, because then it's like a really big knot. So going into these next 3, the first one, just placing 1 pink. And then the second one, I'm gonna place 2 pink half double crochets. 1, 2. The third one, I'm just gonna do 1, and I'm gonna transition back to the yellow. So yarning over with the yellow. Right? You'll have 4 stitches in each. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'll show you one more time. Yarning over, placing 1 yellow half double crochet, and the next stitch we're gonna place 2. It's 1, and then the second one, and then next one just placing 1 and transitioning back to the pink. All right? So I'll finish this off and I'll meet you at the end of row 4 to show you what to do for row 5. All right, so here I am with the last pink section for row 4, about to move on to row 5, right? And for row 5, we want to continue placing the pink on top of the pink and the yellow on top of the yellow. We're gonna do 2 rows of each color, and later on we're gonna transition and change it up a bit, right? So here's the last stitch. I'm just gonna remove this stitch marker just so it's out of my way. I'm gonna pull through with this pink. Right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So for row 5, we're gonna place an increase in every 3rd opening. So doing my first half double crochet into this pink opening, that's 1. I'm gonna place a stitch marker back. Next one, that's 2. And then the 3rd one is yarn over. And I'm gonna place 2 half double crochets into that hole. That's 1, and then the 2nd one. Right? Then this last one, I'm gonna place 1, but I'm gonna transition to yellow. Okay? Now again, we're gonna do every 3rd, so number 1. Number 2. And then this 3rd one, place 2 right here. So 1 and 2. And then on this 4th one, we're gonna transition back to pink, right? So I'll show you one more time. Number 1. This one is number 2. And then the 3rd one right here, we're gonna place 2 half double crochets. 1 and 2. And the 4th one, transitioning back to the yellow. All right, so we're gonna continue this pattern of increasing every 3rd stitch all the way until you reach the stitch marker, and then I'll show you how to move on to row 6, okay? All right, so I'm about to finish off row 5. Here's my stitch marker, about to move on to row 6. I'm gonna do my last section, right? I'm gonna increase on the 3rd opening. That's number 1, this is number 2, 3. Place my increase. All right, so now for row 6, we're gonna alternate the color again. So I'm gonna pull through with the yellow for the last one. I'm gonna remove this stitch marker. And now we're gonna wanna place this yellow color on top of the pink so we get that checkered effect again. And now for row 6, we wanna increase every 4th stitch, okay? So I'm gonna do, since we have 5, we should have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're gonna go into the first one, place a normal half double crochet. I'm gonna replace my bobby pin, my stitch marker, so that's 1, 2, 3, and then here's the 4th one. I'm gonna place an increase. So first one, and then the 2nd one, right into that same opening to increase. And then 1, for my 5th opening, I'm just gonna place a single one and pull through with the your next color. So for me, it's pink. Transitioning to pink, and we start the count again. So 1, 2, 3, and then this 4th one, we're gonna place 2 half double crochets. Number 1 and number 2. And then the last one, I'm gonna pull through with the yellow to transition off. And again, yeah, we're just gonna continue that pattern, increasing every 4th stitch all the way until we reach the end of the row. Okay? Okay, so here I am about to finish off row 6, close to the bobby pin, about to move on to row 7. Okay. For row 7, you want to keep the same color on top of each other. And now, just to show you, before we had 2 of each color, and then we would transition 2 rows. So 1, 2, 1, 2, you know, 1, 2. But now we're gonna have 3 rows of each color, starting off with this row. Okay. If you don't get that, I'll explain a little bit more in a bit, right? We'll see it start to form. So, oops, removing that. I actually did that last one wrong. I'm supposed to pull through with yellow. So last one, you pull through, you transition, right? And now for row 7. You can also count your rows if you're a little confused like me. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm about to move on to row 7. So for row 7, I'm gonna increase every 5th stitch. So I'm gonna count, and on the 5th one, we're gonna place an increase. So this is 1, replacing my stitch marker. 2, 3, 4, and on this 5th one, I'm gonna place 2. So 1, and then 2. And then this last one, we're gonna go through and yarn over with the pink. Okay, so again, we're gonna count to the 5th opening. So this is number 1, 2, 3, 4, and then here's the 5th one, or you know, your second to last. We're gonna place 2 half double crochets. So 1, 1, and then the second one. And for this last one, we're gonna transition back to this yellow. Okay, so we're gonna follow this pattern of increasing every 5th stitch. Your hat will begin to look like this. It's a nice checkered print happening, right? Starting to form. All right, so I'll meet you at the end of row 7 to show you row 8 and the next steps. Okay, so right here, I'm finishing off row 7, almost about to go on to row 8. So for row 8, since we already have 2 rows of this solid color, we're gonna wanna extend it to be 3. So right here we have 2 of each, and then we transition, here's 2, right? This one we're gonna have a 3rd color stacked on top, or like, we're gonna continue that color for a 3rd row, and then transition back to the checkered. So, let me just finish this off real quick. My last stitch. I'm gonna pull through with the yellow since I want my yellow to continue on top. So for row 8, we're gonna do no increases, right? We're just gonna place 1 half double crochet into each opening. So right here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of each color. So we're gonna place 1 in each. So that's number 1. I'm gonna replace my bobby pin. Number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and on the 7th one, if your pink color is showing a little too much, you can just slightly tug on it to hide it a little bit, but you don't want to pull in it too tight. This is going to shrink your hat down to be really small if you do it too tight. But so this last stitch of yellow, I'm going to transition to pink. All right, so we're going to place 1 in each opening for row 8, and I'll meet you here for row 9. All right, so I'm gonna pull you guys out a little bit. Oh, that's in. Okay, this is out. Oh, there's a hair. This is what the hat's looking like so far. It should be going up like this, and now we're gonna start the brim. But what I wanna say for the brim is your pattern will be slightly like shifted to the side for a lot of things, right? It's like, because you can't make checker print. It's really hard to make it straight, so it's to the side. So to start off the brim, we're gonna go back. We're gonna alternate the way we're going. So pull you back in. So right here I have the last stitch before I start the brim row. And for this one, we're gonna transition off to pink and start off the next row. But here I'm gonna chain 1, flip my work around, and I'm gonna start going the way that we came, doing our half double crochets. The same way, you know, looking at the top, we're gonna push through and making sure we got both sides of the V like we got to. And we're gonna start doing our half double crochets this way. And for this row, for all these checker prints, we have 5 of each color that have just expanded. So you're gonna have 5 yellow, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then 5 pink, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in each one of these squares, you want to place you want to place 2 increases for this row, sorry, which can be wherever you please. So right here, I'm going to place an increase. I'm going to do a few half double crochets just normally, and then I'm going to place another increase. Just cause, right? I feel like it. Then I'm gonna finish this off. And then I'm gonna switch back to the yellow. And cause 1, 2, 3 rows, yeah, now we switch on to the next color. And so again, here in this pink square, which is now turning yellow, right? I'm gonna place 2 increases. So place an increase right here. Go on to the next one, and then place another increase. So we're gonna continue that pattern of placing 2 increases per checkered square, right? So in total, you'll have a total of, you're gonna keep these 5 rows. You're gonna increase twice in each square, and I'll meet you back at this stitch marker to show you how to connect this off and move on to the next row of the brim, all right? And with this row, you're gonna see that the hat begins to flare out a bit. It begins to expand, which is what we want. Okay, so right here and back where the stitch marker is, finishing off the first row of the brim, we're about to move on to the second row of the brim, right? So we have this elevated section going on right here. I'm gonna remove my bobby pin. And just gonna finish this off, right? I'm gonna go all the way until you have this last color right there. Have one more. All right, and now for this last one. I'm gonna yarn over with the yellow, push through the opening, grab the yellow, and then I'm gonna push through an area on the side right here that has, I'm pretty much pushing through the stitch, right? And I'm gonna grab the pink on the other side and bring it back. We have 3 of your original color, transition color right here. I'm gonna pull this one through like so. Oops. Fiddling, okay, like that. Then you're gonna chain 1, and we're gonna start doing half double crochets on top of that last row we did, right? So I'm gonna yarn over actually, yes, yarn over. I'm gonna push through that first V that I see, which is the first stitch. Right? I'm gonna grab the pink on the other side and do my half double crochet. Okay? That's the first one, and for this row, the second row of the brim section for the bucket hat, we're gonna place 1 increase in each square. So 1 in here, 1 increase through this section, 1 increase through there, and they can be wherever you want placed. Just make sure you add 1 as you go. So, oops. For me, like right here, I'll just add my increase, and then the rest of the pink will just be 1, and then when I get to this yellow section, I'll add 1 increase somewhere and keep going. And so yeah, I'll meet you at the end of row 2 of the brim, and then I'll teach you, I'll show you how to move on to the next row, okay? BRBs. All right, so right here, I'm about to finish off row 2 of the brim and move on to row 3 of the brim. So a few more left, a few more stitches of this yellow left. Ooh. Right? And then for this last one, I'm going to transition to the pink. Right? And now I'm pretty much just going to connect these two, right? Right here, down here, that first V is that chain 1 we did, so we want to move into this one. And you can also count the amount of stitches you have and make sure this is the same. So for me, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have to count 10 of these pink. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that is the first stitch right here. Making sure, you know. So I'm gonna yarn over, go into that first one, grab the pink again, and do my half double crochet, right? And here it's gonna close off and it'll be very seamless. So for row 3 of the brim, you wanna place 2 increases in each of these squares. All right, so I'm gonna place 2 increases in this pink section, wherever you feel. All right, so right here, I'll add an increase to that opening. And then I'll move on a space. And another one. And then right here, ooh. Ouch, okay. And then right here, I'm gonna add another increase. My hands are cramping very intensely. Boop. And then increase, okay? So placing 2 increases in each square, and I'll meet you at the end of this row to show you row 4. Then we got row 5, row 6, and we are done. Almost done. Woo. Was I out of frame? Sorry. Ooh. Right. Pulling you out a bit, your hat will begin to flare out, right? Sloop. All right, so here I am. I'm about to start row 4 of the brim right here. And for row 4, you're gonna place no increases. We're just gonna put 1 half double crochet into each opening. And yeah, it's pretty simple from here, right? If you got in this far, you got it, you got it, you got it. Okay, have 2 more. Last one, pulling through. Oh, actually, I'm gonna pull through with the yellow because 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? So we're gonna continue to stack this yellow on here. I'm gonna go into that. I'm gonna count again. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 stitches. So I gotta count 12 of the pink to see where I should start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So right through there. Okay, it's kind of sloped, but now that we do this row, it's gonna like slope less. That's 1. You can re-grab your bobby pin if you'd like. Not completely necessary. I just like to always know where the start is. But okay, yeah, this row, no increases, okay? Just 1 single crochet, 1 half double crochet into each opening. And then I'm just gonna tell you like how to do the rest of the hat, because if you got this far, you know what you're doing. And just for extra reference, you can always look at the pattern. But the next row after this, we're gonna place 1 increase in each square, right? The row after that, we're gonna place no increases, and that's gonna be the last one. So I'll meet you at the end of the hat, right? And I'm gonna show you how to finish it off. So once again, after this row, next row we're gonna place 1 increase in each square, and then the next row after that is no increases, right? Okie dokes. So I'll be back once I'm finished, and I'll show you. Once again, I'm just repeating myself. I feel like I do that a lot, but I'm gonna show you how to finish it off. All right, so I'm on my last row. It's really late. I'm just finishing this off. I literally have like 5 more stitches left. The hat is done. You guys wouldn't believe what time it is. It's 2:30 in the morning. But like, I'm done. It's not that late. It's just kind of late. I usually go to sleep pretty early, but this hat in total took me like, it took me like 4 to 5 hours. But you know, just gotta do what you gotta do. So last stitch, half double crochet, and then I'm gonna do a slip stitch right here through that yellow one. I'm gonna push through, grab the yarn, and pull this one through this one. Right, tighten it off, pull this loose, grab your scissors, and snip it off. Right. And then snip this color as well. And then to weave it through for this yellow color, I'm just gonna weave it through this yellow section. Right. And then for this pink one, I'm gonna weave it down first. Ooh. And then through a section. somewhere where it's not too noticeable. But okay, then you have to decide which side is the good way and which side is the bad way. I kind of like this side more, so that's why all the strings are pointing out. Well, actually, let me fix this. Some of the strings are pointing out. But decide which way is the good way and adjust all the loose ends. Like even this bit, I'm just gonna literally push my hook through the center, and I'm gonna just push it through like an opening right there, grab it and pull it to the inside so no one will ever see, right? So this is the final hat. Hope you guys enjoy. If you have any questions, let me know. Written pattern again is in the description. You just snip that off, honestly. And yes, if you end up making this hat, let me know. Tag me in a photo on Instagram at Lala Perez and my TikTok. But thank you so much. And I'll see you another day. Peace.